He's really into
Nothing I want to say on camera.
Okay. All right. The soup-filled dumplings.
Oh, Alan Gaul?
Yeah, Xiaolong Bao.
Do you like those?
I love those.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably won't pick that up on the mics. We'll see. What do you mean, how did it go? You didn't watch it, see? Employees don't even watch the podcast. Welcome back to the Making Waves podcast. I am your host, Alan Gaul, and today's guest, Robert Beresford. Robert is joining us today from the loan servicing department. How long have you been with us?
About a year now.
Okay. Now, I don't get to see you all the time, but when I did first meet you, what did I keep calling you?
Ricky Bobby.
Ricky Bobby.
Yeah.
And now I thought that was your name.
Mm-hmm.
And that went on for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
But didn't realize that your name was Robert.
Mm-hmm.
And that I was being set up to call you Ricky Bobby, and I guess from the character on Talladega Nights.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. That was the miscommunication.
I don't know if it was miscommunication or if it was full of prank on the marketing guy. And I love the way that we both dressed alike today.
Yeah, we're twins.
I know.
We're 20.
Well, you've got about 30 years to go, or maybe even 40. So tell me a little bit about loan support and loan servicing and what you do down there, because you've got like 19 monitors on your desk. There's like a bunch of colored numbers. I can't really see it. All that privacy stuff you guys do.
You just want me to go over like how we fit into the Tasi Bank puzzle?
Yeah. I know what I do.
Okay.
Everybody knows what I do.
You want to elaborate?
Well, I host a podcast, for God's sakes.
Okay.
No, but what do you guys do down in loan support? I mean, it's like you have an interesting job. You seem like you have a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, so we basically support, as our job description, as we're titled, loan support. So we support the RMs and the underwriters.
Okay.
We help create the documents that the borrowers end up signing when we're creating new loans. We onboard the loan into the core system to make sure that the borrower gets their statements every month.
Okay.
Basically, whenever we're adding a loan or we are paying off a loan support is doing the groundwork to make sure everything goes through smoothly.
And you guys touch every loan?
Yeah.
And do you work on multiple loans at a time, or are you just working on one loan at a time?
We work on multiple loans.
Okay.
Depending on what's going on, we could be doing, like 10 loans at once.
Like if one of the RMs, let's see, how do I say this politely on camera?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody listens to the podcast anymore. Okay. It doesn't matter. If one of the RMs doesn't treat you particularly nice, or say another RM brings you in like a dozen cookies, whose thing you working on first? The dozen cookies guy, or the?
I couldn't say on this podcast, but we try to be unbiased.
Okay.
With that said, cookies never hurts.
Okay.
Chances.
Okay. Sean McKenna, you heard that, right? Cookies would work. Anything else you guys want besides cookies? I mean, he's really into
nothing I want to say on camera.
Okay. All right. Maybe we'll talk to the RMs, have a meeting with the RMs.
Sure, yeah.
Make it clear what they could be doing.
Yeah, that's right.
Got to pay it big. You just got back from some PTO. You went on a whirlwind trip that wasn't really whirlwind, but it was like halfway across the world?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'd say halfway.
So where did you go?
I went to Shanghai, I went to Beijing, and Tianjin in China.
Nice. Now, are you seeing any economic trends over there that are different than over here?
Well, much like San Francisco, those 3 locations in China are pretty developed. So they're very insulated from any kind of downturn. So I'd say to me, it looks really active. I don't see anything that indicates that the economy's not doing well, at least in those locations.
All right, so I'm thinking, how's the? Well, you probably have some good food over there.
Yeah, a lot of good food.
Any good Mexican food?
No, that was the first thing I had when I came back.
Right, you can't find good Mexican food.
You probably could, but
you got to look for it. Though.
You got to look for it.
But you can get some banging Chinese food in China.
Yeah,
nobody's business.
Great.
Right.
You can't.
100%. 100%. All right. So you're all dressed up today in the company uniform. What's the deal? Because we ended up wearing the same sweater. I'm just kind of curious why you.
Yeah, it was the quarterly staff meeting.
Oh, that's right.
Good boy.
The quarterly staff
Gotta
meeting.
look good for Hendrik.
Oh, that's right. Henrik busted in on a previous podcast.
Yeah.
Like he actually made it on camera.
Oh, wow.
So anything new, like technology-wise, that you guys are doing in loan support, or are you guys just doing it manually? I mean, I know that there's a lot of technology initiatives going on, but how does that affect you guys? And then really, one of my burning questions is, are you guys able to utilize artificial intelligence at all?
Oh, those are good questions.
Podcast those.
I think the big thing right now is trying to get the systems that we use in loan support to talk to each other. Because at the moment, we have to do some manual entry. Like we're re-entering the same information in 2 different applications.
Yeah.
So I know there's an ongoing project with Guam where they're trying to find a solution so that we can save time on our end, just inputting the information in one location and then just gets picked up by all the other.
I should say a shout out to Bank of Guam.
Yeah.
The People's Bank. They're our biggest sponsor.
Okay.
Didn't know if you knew that.
I mean, yeah.
I don't think we have any other sponsors. I do like unofficial sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll inadvertently name a big brand and
Okay.
refer to them as an unofficial sponsor.
All right. That sounds maybe legally questionable.
Nobody listens to the podcast.
Okay.
There's like 4 subscribers. We're fine. I'm not even worried about it. How big's the staff down there in loan support?
Right now, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people,
Okay.
including me.
So Viral runs the show.
Okay, yeah, 6 including Viral.
Okay. He hasn't been on the program yet.
Oh, he hasn't?
No. Jackie Diaz has been on the program.
Okay. How did that go?
About as good as this one. It's, we'll see. What do you mean, how did it go? You didn't watch it, see? Nobody employees don't even watch the podcast.
I saw one. I think I saw the one with Jimmy G.
The Jimmy G podcast was good.
Yeah.
That was good. So what's the typical turnaround time for a loan and loan support? I mean, does it vary by the type of loan or the categorization, the complexity? Did you guys strive for like a beat the clock kind of turn time?
I think we're trying to get it done like in 90 days.
Okay.
Like loan support.
That's 3 months, right?
Yeah, 3 months. Loan support, we have some control over that timeline, but a lot of the time it's out of our control as well. So it really depends on the customer, if they're going to be around. Sometimes they take vacation or they're out of the country, and just, things can get caught up. We need a lot of reports, appraisal, environmental stuff. So there's a lot of moving parts that could potentially.
Well, because you guys deal with title, escrow, and all of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're dealing with outside vendors quite a bit.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep jumping around here. I didn't take my medication today, but you shouldn't be afraid. Going back, I just realized, were you in China for the Lunar New Year?
I got to China like on the 3rd day of the New Year.
Wow. So Gung Hei Fat Choi, right?
Yeah, or you could say Xinyan Kuai Le.
You could if you knew how to say it.
Yeah.
Say that again.
Xinyan Kuai Le.
I feel like I had that for lunch the other day. I went for dim sum.
Okay.
What do you call those? The soup-filled dumplings.
Xiaolong Bao?
Yeah, Xiaolong Bao.
Do you like those?
I love those.
Yeah.
I got 2 orders of them, and they come in orders of 8.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a way to do it too, right?
Yeah, it's hard to. You got to make like a little
hole.
Yeah, like an incision in the top that you can.
And then you drink it, right?
Out. Yeah.
Yeah. I just popped the whole thing in my mouth.
That's safer because you can just spray all over yourself.
But it was a little hot. It burned everything.
Yeah.
My taste buds finally came back.
It's a learning curve.
So you were there on the 3rd day,
mm-hmm.
and then you came back, and we work on the outskirts of Chinatown. It's the year of the snake, right?
Yeah, that's right.
You know what a snake says?
Yeah.
Probably won't pick that up on the mics. Let's see. So I was asking about loan support. There's 5 of you down in loan support.
Mhm.
Raul is the head honcho down there. You guys have pretty good team dynamics. What's the culture like in the department?
I think, yeah, we have a good rapport, all of us.
Yeah,
you know, so
it
if
seems
you
like
just
it.
get the right mix of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what the secret sauce is.
I don't know either, but I definitely have fun sitting by you guys when I'm down in the office.
Yeah.
Any questions for the podcast host? We're running out of time.
What is your favorite thing about Tasi Bank?
Wow, my favorite thing about Tasi Bank, I mean, all BS aside, definitely the people.
Okay.
I mean, I think what you were saying about your team,
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that across the board with every department that I interact with. You're all uniquely different, and it's like being in a high school campus where each department sits together and you kind of like your own clique.
Oh.
But I also see the break room being like a community gathering place.
Yeah,
it seems like everybody hangs out in there and wants to have lunch together.
Yeah,
except me.
You should come by.
No, I'm not an in-person lunch guy sitting at a cafe. I want to be out somewhere. I go out. Yeah, I should. Have we? I took you out to lunch.
Yeah, we went out to Chinese, I think.
We did.
Yeah.
We did. And Leo was there, right?
Yeah.
And didn't he order in Chinese and there was a bunch of stuff that came that wasn't on the menu?
Sounds right.
Yeah. That was at Hunan, an unofficial sponsor. Great Chinese food in the city, Diana's Meat Pie. I think that's all the time we have for this. Thank you for being here. Ladies and gentlemen, Robert Beresford, Loan Support. I am Alan Gaul. This is still Making Waves. And until our next podcast, keep making waves.